Hello, welcome back to. Whoa, 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 whoa! I'm getting some kind of echo. What's going on?
On your
Hello,
side,
hello, hello. I don't know if it's you or me. Hello, hello. Maybe it's gone now. I think it sometimes happens at the beginning and the system adjusts itself, so I think it should be fine.
okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Wait, wait. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Footglish podcast. Hopefully, your favorite English learning podcast about football. My name is Zdenek Lucas. I'm your host, and today I have a very special guest. However, I may, as usual, be struggling with pronouncing his name because it is spelled as if I should be pronouncing it as Cathal. What's your
Yeah,
name?
and it's
Please
a
tell
good
us.
attempt, Zdenek. Absolutely. Cathal is the
Cathal,
is
yeah.
the yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, I did this a little bit on purpose because I knew because you're Irish and
Yeah,
you guys are known, you're notorious for having really difficult names to pronounce in English.
yeah.
So
So we always have to do almost like a little Irish lesson at the beginning of every conversation that we have.
exactly. So Carl, you are a Gooner, you are an Arsenal fan, and we have done some stuff before, right?
We
We
have,
also
yeah.
should we also should tell our listeners the most important piece of information, and that we used to work together. We are ex co-workers.
Mm, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. A very fun times working together, Zdenek. I remember just super relaxed and always very chilled out.
Now that I know that you left the company, I will tell you this has been my hardest job ever. Like nothing ever match that job. I was in Ireland, listeners. It was a 1 month gig, and I grew so many gray hairs there.
Me too. I'm actually like I just like cut the hair so short now to get rid of all the gray hairs.
Right. So we're not going to talk about Arsenal or our summer adventure job kind of thingy. No. Tonight there is an interesting match. Again, it's in the grand scheme of things, it's one of the most important matches, right? In you could imagine in Europe. It's actually the Champions League Qualifier Round 2 Be-
Absolutely. Super
between
important.
exactly between my team. I am from the Czech Republic, and the team is Sparta Prague, arguably the biggest team in my country, although Slavia Prague fans might not like what I just said. And then your team, Shamrock Rovers. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Shamrock Rovers is right, absolutely. Or Rovers, as a lot of people would call them over here as well. Just affectionately or maybe unaffectionately as well.
Guess it depends if you root for that team or not. So,
Absolutely.
is it
Absolutely.
fair to say that this is also the biggest club in Ireland, or not?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, historically speaking, they're definitely up there, and they've had their ups and downs, like many clubs around there. I suppose you could put the likes of Bohemians up there as well. They're also
Bohemians.
quite.
That is
I
that
think
is
so. I mean, Bohemians are they've created great talents, and in fact, one of those talents is now playing in the Premier League. Evan Ferguson, who plays for Brighton, is a Bohemians Academy
do,
alum.
do you know why it sounds funny for someone from the Czech Republic? Because we
Go
actually
for
have
it.
a team called Bohemians as well.
No
in our
way.
in our first league, and they are pretty famous. They are a Prague team, and they are called the Kangaroos, and
Oh, yeah.
they have like green jerseys. The main color of the symbol of the club is green. So
Okay.
I don't know if there's some kind of
Interesting.
connection there, but
I
yeah.
don't think so. Is that the colors for Bohemians in Dublin are black and red? So, probably not. No, the Bohemians are known as their nickname would be Bows, but yeah, they're probably the like in certainly from what I have seen, they're probably the second or they'd be tied. They're up there anyway as one of the bigger teams, but definitely
Fair enough.
Shamrock Rovers are the top dogs historically.
We need to talk about them. So first thing that's sort of caught my eye is the name itself. So first of all, there is no Dublin in the name, even though it's a Dublin team, right? And
Yeah.
secondly, it has the word Shamrock in the name, which is the national symbol of Ireland, right? It's
So
yeah.
the shamrock, it'd be the kind of unofficial, I would say, symbol of Ireland. The main symbol, or the one that you would see on any sort of official documents and things like that, would be the harp. Actually, the musical instrument, the harp. But obviously, yes, internationally, the shamrock is very much our symbol, and we're recognized for it. The four. So a lot of people say the four-leafed clover, but a lot of shamrocks would have only three leaves.
Exactly. So it's basically a symbol that should tell us this. I don't know what the legend exactly is, but it's something to do with your saint patron, Saint Patrick, right?
Yes, Saint Patrick.
Yep.
Yes, so he used the shamrock as a way to teach the Irish people about Christianity. So he used like the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, all that sort of stuff. So having the 3 points on the shamrock was a good way of using that as a teaching tool. But yeah, it's always been a kind of a nice symbol of Ireland around the world.
Well, in our culture, any sort of clover, especially the four-leaf one, is like a symbol of luck, good luck. It should bring you good luck. So is it the same in Ireland?
Well, I don't know if any of your viewers have heard of the phrase "the luck of the Irish." It's very much an international phrase, and I think, in fact, in America they have a breakfast cereal brand which is called Lucky Charms, and some of the cereal shapes are in the shape of shamrocks.
Nice.
So definitely carries that that look. Now, whether Shamrock Rovers carry that look into their play at the moment, they seem to be playing very well. So it seems the luck is doing them well. They're doing them a good, I suppose.
Yeah. So tonight there is a match between Sparta Prague. It's happening in a few hours' time, I suppose.
Yep.
Sparta Prague, Shamrock Rovers. It's in Dublin, and so tell us about the team a little bit. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses?
Well, I think, and the strengths are definitely, they're coming from the fact that, I suppose, maybe not individuals, but the fact that the team is currently playing and in the season has started. We're also playing cup games and things like that as well. I say we, like they're my team.
Are you there as well? Are you part of the team?
Immediately behind the Irish team.
Well, then I wouldn't expect anything else. I'm exactly the same. We are both Gooners, right? So we support an English team, but obviously we are behind our teams of our country.
Native teams,
I mean,
indeed.
it's natural.
Yeah, it's absolutely, yeah, it's something that just comes naturally to most Irish people as well, and indeed in this situation, since like you guys would definitely be the favorites in this draw. It's natural for Irish people to support the underdog in any situation. But yeah, I would say strengths at the moment: the fact that we're playing regular football, that it's not really the start of our season. Like we've kind of had plenty of games so far already.
I see. Because Sparta Prague, the season has just started, so obviously they had a few friendlies, but at the weekend, actually they played their game on Friday. They had the first game of the season was on Friday. It was Sparta Prague's game. Yeah.
So maybe there's the strength or the advantage, perhaps, is match sharpness and being used to the fact that they're playing regular football. But overall, I think that the team is very comfortable, and the manager has said this as well. They're very comfortable playing out of possession, which is something that they will have to get used to playing in these European competitions. So they're not afraid to let the opposition have the ball and then break, counterattack, and do whatever they can. Take their chances when they come.
So are you expecting that? So do you think it will be some sort of low block, or would you say they will play higher up?
I mean, a lot of their games recently have been very low scoring games. And so I would anticipate, and especially against like a high percentage possession team, it's gonna inevitably happen. with different kind of levels of play. I would imagine a low block would be something that would be employed by the manager. Now, whether he has the players to do that and the players that can play, because I was looking up the injury list, unfortunately, that came out, is not looking very favourable for Shamrock Rovers at the moment. Missing the likes of Rory Gaffney, Graham Burke, and I think it was Aaron McAniff as well. So these guys are all like central figures in the team, and also there's a suspension carrying over. I can't remember quite the name of the player who's suspended, but there is a suspension following over. So it'll be tough. And I think a low block would suit Shamrock Rovers in this game. Being at home, they just want to get a result. But then again, they might take advantage of the fact that they are at home, and Prague have to come a long way. And
yeah, as you said, the match sharpness, that was actually a good point, because several players from Sparta Prague, they didn't really have the preseason as they had been to the Euros, So that includes one Slovakian player. There is one player from Serbia and several players from the Czech Republic team as well. So, we will see what happens there.
It's a kind of a pro and a con, I guess, having the players, being able to say that you've had players that played in the Euros is automatically going to kind of give you an advantage against, like, we're a relatively minnow team in Shamrock Rovers in European sense, but Irish teams have faced off against big teams in the past. I'm sure, like, you guys would definitely be up there in terms of the quality of teams that have been played before. Obviously, Arsenal a couple of years ago played against Dundalk, my hometown team, played against Arsenal, which was very interesting to see guys that I know and I would have seen around my hometown just playing against the team that I support in England. It was very strange. You also had the likes of like Milan as well, AC Milan coming and playing against, but like in terms of European the superiority of it, I think you guys are right up there with the teams that we would have played against.
You know how this goes sometimes, though, right? You can underestimate your opponent, and honestly, Ireland, it's a nice destination. Like the main sort of message I'm getting from the media before this game is, well, what a lovely place to be in, a great stadium. Like, this is the main thing. So I don't feel like there's much sort of, I hope there is enough respect, because it's more like everyone expects Sparta Prague to really not necessarily thrash you, but at least give you a good game or get a draw or beat you by 1 goal or something like that.
Get the job done, you might say. Get it over the line.
There's a narrative. And you know how that goes sometimes, right?
Absolutely. And stranger things have been known to happen in European competition before. So it'll certainly be interesting. I'll be tuning in anyway.
You'll be tuning in. So you'll be watching the game. Are you not going to the stadium or?
I don't think so. I do have the subscription to the League of Ireland TV channel, so that's what it'll be shown on. And yeah, I'll be looking forward to it. Oh, it'll be absolutely carnage, and carnage in the best sense. That it'll just be people everywhere, and obviously very good atmosphere. But yeah, no, I you know what? Now I'm thinking about it, I might take a trip down and just kind of soak in the atmosphere a bit. I did that for the Europa League final when Atalanta were playing against Leverkusen in Dublin. And the atmosphere around the Aviva Stadium was incredible. Before and afterwards as well. Obviously, all the Italian fans were delighted with the result. But yeah, it's.
I can also imagine it's a wonderful place to go and get some beer, because honestly, Carl, I am in love with Guinness. So
there you go. This is very true. So perhaps, I don't know, maybe the Irish hospitality for the Prague players will be so good that they might just take it easy on Shamrock Rovers. You never know.
Maybe that's your game plan. You want to get the away fans drunk or something.
No. we can't give away that. That's the
because
secret, you know.
because as we know, you guys can drink so well that even if you drink a few pints, you will still be able to support your team very well. Even though the Czech Republic, we are a drinking country as well. So
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys could
yeah.
probably hold your own in that sort of situation, you know.
although the price of beer, especially the draft beer, has gone up sharply. So
Yes, very much
yeah.
the same here, unfortunately. But yeah, no,
Mm.
it's definitely it's something that helps get the crowd going a bit more. Let's say.
So is the game sold out? Do you expect full house
I'm
or?
expecting, well, so the way things work, especially with the League of Ireland teams, is that season ticket holders will always get first refusal for those sort of things. But it'll be interesting to see like how many, like what the numbers are like, the traveling away fans. Do you know yourself how many fans are going to be traveling?
Not me. I'm not even a Sparta Prague fan, and it's
Is-
It's expensive, although it's not too far, right? But it's no, I have no
Well,
idea. But it seems like a nice place to go, right? So I can imagine
yeah.
at the moment, Carl. Basically, Sparta Prague are on a high. They are doing really well in the league. They won their last two. They won the league twice in a row, which
Mhm.
wasn't the case before in the years before. So now the fans are really excited about the team a lot. So I expect it will be more than it would have been a few years ago, So it could be a
Yeah.
few. Yeah.
Well, Tala Stadium, which is the name of the stadium that is going to be played in, is much smaller than, say, the Aviva Stadium that the Europa League finalists stayed in. And I think that's kind of by design. They want to have it in Tala Stadium to kind of really get the crowd involved
Mm.
and have a full kind of sound. And, we kind of really make the Sparta Prague players feel the presence of the fans there. Now, I mean, whether that's going to make a difference or not, well, it remains to be seen. But it definitely does help. I think from the home players' perspective, it
Hmm.
gives them a little bit more, perhaps, energy, that little adrenaline boost when they come out of the tunnel. So, we may not be the bet office's favorites, but certainly in our eyes, we'll be giving it a go.
I'm looking at the capacity of the stadium. It looks like it's around 10, 11,000. So is
Yeah,
that? Yeah.
yeah. So like
Hmm.
great noise will be coming out of it. Great noise around it and outside as well. So there'll be plenty of presence there, and yeah, I'm
Hmm.
looking forward to it for sure. I'm looking forward to seeing how it all pans out.
Yeah.
And like
Me
as
too,
you
man.
say, like you guys have been on a good run of form. Kind of a mixed bag for Rovers. Because they got obviously a very good result in the previous European match. But
It was
then
against an Icelandic team or something, right?
yes, yes. And I thought, looking at it, I thought surely that's not the name of the team. It's like Vikinger or something like that. And I was like, that's very much on the nose, naming an Icelandic or a Nordic team that. But there you go. But following that, a bit of a disappointing result against the team that I previously mentioned, Bohemians, losing 1-0 in the cup, which is a great
Mm.
result for Bohemians, but. Yeah, Shamrock Rovers certainly disappointed in that regard
Yeah.
to have lost. But yeah, I like that. And they, like Rovers, they went away from home against the Vikinger Icelandic team and got a 0-0 draw. But then came home and, as I say, got the job done at home. So I think having done that already to a team now, obviously the difference in class and quality of players is going to be quite stark from the Icelandic team to now this, more I won't say European giants, but by
No,
kind of difference, they're certainly much more of a presence in European football over the last couple of years.
I would say
Than
so. Not exactly a Champions League team, but that's why we are playing you and hopefully a few more teams, two more, to get to the
yes,
Champions League. It's not an easy route. Uh,
no,
so this is where it
but it's
starts,
something something that's been done before, and I think Rovers will take solace from the fact that they have also, or they'll take encouragement from the fact that they've also, done it before, and they've seen other Irish teams do it before as well, like the likes of Dundalk getting to those group stages of the Europa League. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
So what happens when you lose this game? Do you still have a chance? I think usually you have a chance to go to the qualify lower league qualifier or something like that, right?
Yes. So this is what I was saying before about Dundalk playing Arsenal that was in the Europa League that year. And I think it might have actually been Shamrock Rovers the previous time that played against Tottenham in the Champions League many years ago.
Our favorite team, yeah, Cathal. We love this team.
Like rooting for them in more ways than one.
How did you manage to squeeze the name of this team into this episode of the Footglish podcast? I wonder.
Look, had to be done.
All right, Cathal, and let me ask you one last question. So what's your prediction for this game then?
I mean, head or heart prediction now, Zdenek. Which one do you want first?
I want both, so you can start with your heart.
If I was going to go with heart prediction, I'm going to go with a very squeaky 1-0 victory for Shamrock Rovers at home.
Okay, and what does your head say then?
The head would say the complete opposite. It would say that
a squeaky win for Sparta Prague then.
A squeaky win for squeaky 2-0 or 3-0 possibly win for Sparta Prague, but definitely hoping for the former results.
I bet you do. Well, it was lovely to talk to you, Cathal. Maybe next time we are in touch, it will be to talk about Arsenal. Who knows? Thank you very much for being on the Footglish podcast, and have a good day.
Happy to be here. Thanks so much for having me.
And enjoy the game tonight. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.